Welcome to your breath. Before we start, I'd like for you to invite your breath into the present moment, your body into your awareness, what's going on somatically for you, your head, shoulders, wiggle your torso. Feel your butt on the seat or your back on the bed, your feet on the ground, and consider yourself in transition. Who are you now? Where are you now? Most importantly, right? Grounding yourself. Okay. I'm in the here and now. I'm in this room. I'm safe. And who am I? What's important to me? For me, it's like if I die in the next 24 hours, have I loved enough? Have I prioritized the people in my life enough? Have I let them know that I love them? Are they going to think I'm crazy again for calling them again? Just to say, or texting them just to say, I just want you to know. Yeah. Be careful about telling them why. They'll go like, what's going on with you? You think you're going to die? You think I'm going to die? And so the answer to that question, if you think you're going to die, yes, there's no doubt about it. I just don't know when. Or is my loved one going to die? Absolutely. And the answer is the same. They're probably going to die. I just don't know when. So, so when I call or text people or I ground myself after snipping at my partner because my refrigerator died and my dog is dying and things are not where I put them. Right? And oh God, I'm so sorry to laugh. I'm laughing at myself because it gives me such ease to know where things are. And when we're stressed out, we have no idea where things are. And I'll speak for myself. When it seems like our whole world is falling apart, who knows where things are. So in transition, as things change, as things are different, as they were yesterday, notice that, well, yeah, they're always different than I imagine them. Yes, I envisioned this day, and it's always different than I imagine it. So why would yesterday be different, and can I flow with the transitions today? And if I notice that I'm not flowing, can I remind myself what's important to me in this moment? If I were going to die tomorrow, if they were going to die tomorrow. Somebody recently said I said that to them like 20 years ago, and they're like, do you know how often I use that? So I thought I'd mention it again. It's such a good touchstone for me. What's really important to me? You youngsters don't know how, people don't think about what you're going to look like when you're older necessarily, or what's going to happen after that. Or what's going to happen after that for our loved ones. And I'm laughing again at myself. That feeling into that, yeah, my 20-year-old self never occurred that things would be very different. My 30-year-old self, my 60-year-old self, and they're always different. So I could remind myself that things are always different, and then check in. and what need is up now, or you could just say what's important to you now. And your answer might change depending on the day. If your need is efficiency, I'm guessing there might be some needs under that. If you had efficiency, what then would you have? I'm giving you a minute to think about it. For me, it's wanting to contribute to the world and not wanting any pressure to contribute to the world, to be internally generated. What I notice is there's a whole lot of pressure from media, to be different. You're not doing enough, you're not are enough. But for me right now, inside, what are the basics? What's my need right now? Who am I in this moment? And what legacy do I want to leave in the world? So in the last couple days, I catch myself. And what now? Is my anxiety from, like, I don't know how many, we all have our own strategy for managing anxiety. Having things planned out well, having people fulfill commitments, having people do what you expect them to do. Having me do what I expect myself to do, and then contact the person when it doesn't happen. A sense of self-responsibility. And what then? Yeah, that's who I am, my definition. What matters to me under that? Care, kindness, wanting my contribution to the world to be a version of care. Of a healthiness in that, in the caring. Right? Because sometimes caring can be quite unhealthy. When people acknowledging your care is more important than you're giving the care, then, okay. That's my version of unhealthy care. When being acknowledged for your care is more important than the fact that you care. Break it down. So as I did for my loved one this morning, I broke it down and what really matters to you. What would you go to court for? Not many people, not many things. I shouldn't tell you that. I shouldn't put that out in public, but it's true. It's just nothing is that important to me. I'm tearing up right now because it's so important to me. I'm not laughing. It's so important to me to be kind. And include myself in that kindness. I wasn't taught to do that. Very few of us are. And the less, how to put this, the less access to social capital you have, the less likely you would have been taught to take care of yourself. I'm including my loved ones in that. They weren't taught to care for themselves. I have to keep that in mind. And check in. Are you caring for yourself right now, or is this balanced? Right? So I'm including myself, including my loved ones in that, wanting them to have the blessing of, in every moment, in all this transition that we're all going through. It's not just me. I mean, whatever I'm going through, I'm sure that you can tell me, and people do. I mean, they post incredible upheavals in their life. And if sometimes I see, not always, that that's the case, and I can offer a special meditation for them. I usually, if I do that, I'll add a link to that video so they don't have to page through my videos. That's what I consider a request from the community. Either this group that I'm doing live or the larger YouTube community. What is a need that you have? For me, it's gentleness with myself during transition, and the need to break it down to, what would I go to court for? Not much. Not much. I'll fight for my loved ones, and that's about it. You want it? Yeah. And that's not true with everything, yeah. People say, how about your laptop? No, actually, I think I need that if I want to do these meditations. I'm not going to go to court for it. So that's an example of transitions and who are you now? What's important to you now? Breaking it down. Using life crises as an opportunity to accept that there's a crisis, and then go to, and what do I want? What do I want for my loved ones? What do I want for neutral people? Well, I want kindness. So if I have the capacity, I'm going to be kind to people that I don't know very well. It's just, for me, it just makes common sense. If I'm going to leave anything in the world, it's frickin' kindness, right? It's not that hard to smile. It's not that hard to ask somebody's name or to inquire into how their life is in this moment. If you have the capacity, if you're too busy, that's cool. Take care of yourself. And then think of, I'm thinking now of people that trigger me more. Unfortunately, they're more in the forefront of my mind. And I am using this meditation to break it down for my wishing them that they really have the capacity to break it down to what's most important to them. Because they don't seem to be aware of that they're not 8 years old anymore, or 2 years old. I hope they have capacity to do that. If not, it's not my job. And then all beings in the world, I want to benefit from our practice today. Experiencing ease in transition and turmoil, and the ability to break it down to what's most important to you, to them, to all of us. Thank you.